Hey everyone, it's Hannah here. I just need 30 seconds of your time really quickly before the video starts. We wanted to make this video to show you which jobs and opportunities we interviewed in 2024 paid the highest wages, with the goals that you would use this video as an educational resource or a source for inspiration. We did not make this video as rage bait, and we did not make it to make you upset about your situations. You should not be comparing yourself to these people, especially if you're not in the same career field. The reality is, most workers don't make this much. The national median wage in the US is just under $60,000 a year, and the median wage interviewed on our channel is about $80,000 a year. We hope that this video will inspire you to advocate for yourself or explore new career paths. We're here to answer any of your questions. Just leave them in the comments below. Thanks for subscribing and enjoy the video.
I'm an air traffic controller. So when planes take off, it's my job to make sure that they are separated and safe in the skies.
So you're in that cool control tower, right?
Common misconception, not every controller is in a control tower. There's 3 different facilities. You have center, Tracon, and the tower.
Okay.
I work in the Tracon.
Does one area make more?
In general, the centers make more just because they work more volume. But there's so many different towers, so it really just depends on the level of traffic.
How did you get into this? What is the educational path to get here?
You just need 3 years of general work experience to get into it. My path, I went through the military, so I had a little bit of a leg up in the hiring.
How much are you currently making?
My base salary is $175. Last year I made about $210.
Was that bonuses, benefits, total compensation wrapped up? What made the difference there?
Night differential, Sunday pay, a bunch of different premiums.
How's your work-life balance? How many hours a week are you working?
Right now I work about 48 to 50.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, our staffing's a bit tough, so during the summer we have to work some overtime, but generally not too bad.
Any advice for others who are interested in doing what you do?
It's the federal government,
Okay.
FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. It's a very niche career field. There's a lot of things that you're not going to find online. So come talk to somebody like me, or there's other resources online to talk to controllers directly.
Thank you for helping other people watching this hopefully get jobs.
Hi, I'm a healthcare administrator and I'm also a physical therapist.
Amazing. How long have you been doing that?
I've been in healthcare for about 5 years after graduate school, but in total about 10 years. Full-time administrator, and then I work as a physical therapist per diem, so twice a month.
And how much do you make in your role?
Yeah, so as an administrator, I make $150K because I'm over a huge service line. And as a physical therapist, I make $65 an hour on the weekday and $68 an hour on the weekend.
Love that. Do you feel well compensated?
I do. But we work very hard, so it's nice to know that you are being compensated for the work that you're doing, and that you get to help people too. So it's a win-win.
What are the best and worst parts of both of those roles? What do you like? What don't you like?
I think the best part is that you leave work knowing you made a difference. Whether you had a bad day or a good day, you made a difference. And the worst part is, sometimes you can't help everybody to the degree that you wanted to, because you need buy-in from the patient too. It really is a collaborative effort.
Any career advice that you would share with others who might be interested in doing what you do?
Absolutely. I would say when you're in college, really intern. Majoring and interning are 2 different things. That's how you're going to really know what you want to do. And once you know what you want to do, you can really target that and skip a lot of hoopla, right, and get straight to it.
I am a customer success engineer.
Awesome. How long have you been doing that?
About a year and a half.
Cool. What were you doing before? What's your career path?
Oh, wow. Buckle up. Before that, I was a professional services consultant. Prior to that, I was a cloud architect. Prior to that, I did SharePoint for a whole lot. Prior to that, I was a nuclear engineer and then a high school geometry teacher.
How did you go from high school to nuclear engineer to technology?
Oh, wow. So I wanted to be a career student because they were paying me. Got a full scholarship to Norfolk State University for science and technology. After that, I got a full ride to do optical engineering. So I got a master's in that, then I got a master's in computer science, and now I'm working on my doctorate in organizational diversity.
How much do you make in your role now?
I make between 150 and 200.
I love that. What's the variable? What comes into play there to give you 200 or to give you 150?
The range of experience that you have. So all of the things that I've just said, all the experience that I have, so I'm able to work with a lot of different other customers. Even though I had a crazy journey, it just is helpful because it helps you get more money.
Any advice on salary negotiation for others listening?
Yes, I think that you should always negotiate. Talk to your friends, ask how much they're making, go online, listen to salary transfer Transparency Street. Just never know. They're always willing to go up, so just don't settle for the first number.
I'm a certified anesthesiologist assistant.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it since 2021.
What's your educational background? Like, what do you need to get to become that?
So I completed my bachelor's about 4 years, and then I took a gap year kind of in between. I did some pre-health experiences, research, and then I got into the program, which was about a little bit over 2 years.
Nice. Okay, so about like 6 years of work. How much do you make?
Over 200,000.
Nice.
I made about 255,000 last year, a little bit over that.
That's awesome. Is that like total compensation or like base salary and other things? Do you mind breaking it out?
Yes. So that is my base salary, which my base that's my base salary plus my overtime.
Whoa, I want this job.
I mean, with some years of experience, it can get to that.
So that salary is based in Florida or New York?
Yes, based in Florida.
Florida. Do you feel well compensated?
Yes, absolutely. I love my job, and I feel like not just the compensation, but the time off that I had. It was overall an awesome package, and
Work-life balance, how is it? How many hours a week are you working?
So I worked 40 to 60 hours maybe on some weeks. But then I still had about 8 weeks off last year, which is so nice.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Most people get like 15 days.
Yes. So
Cool.
I literally just try to blast as much as I can about my profession to so many people. So I really appreciate the opportunity to share my profession.
I'm a cybersecurity instructor and a cybersecurity project manager.
Awesome. How long have you been doing that?
That's been going about 4 or 5 years now.
5 years. What's your educational background? How'd you get into it?
So I have an MBA in project management. I've been doing that for 10 years, and I worked in tech before that, so it was an easy transition.
Definitely. What are the best and worst parts of your role?
I would say when things get bad in cybersecurity. But the best thing is when I get to educate people on how to stay secure online. That's probably my favorite, that light bulb moment.
Two-factor authentication. That's all I know. How much do you make in your role?
So as a contractor right now, I make $83 an hour. And as an educator, I make $75 an hour.
That's awesome. Do you feel well compensated?
I do. Although I would like full-time work. Yeah.
You want a little extra?
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little. Any advice for others who are interested in doing this as well?
If anyone's interested, I would say Cybrary, Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, as well as getting a lot of certifications.
Yeah.
That's like the key. That makes you stand out.
Yeah. Any like specific courses or certs that you recommend?
The CompTIA ones are great. CompTIA A+, Net+, and Sec+.
Yeah.
Those are probably the entry-level ones that are good for anyone.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a physician.
Ooh, how long have you been doing that?
I graduated med school 10 years ago.
How much do you make in your role?
I make $221,000.
Wow. Do you feel well compensated?
No.
Tell me more.
I work probably like 50, 60 hours. I mean, I think my hospital probably compensates me better than most in this area, but I think just in general, it'd be nice to get like other fringe benefits, like my loan's paid off, given that I am a general internist primary care doctor and there's a shortage of us.
What are the best and worst parts of being a physician?
The best part is my patients and the relationships that I have with them. The worst part is not having enough time with my patients and too much paperwork.
Any advice to others who are interested in also doing your role?
Only go into medicine if you can't imagine doing anything else. You don't go into it for the money. You go into it for the passion and wanting to take care of people and help people.
Love that. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. How much do you make?
I make a good living.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a comedian and musician.
Awesome. How long have you been doing that?
About 16, 17 years. I started doing stand-up, and then about 6 years into that, I transitioned to music, incorporating music into the act. I'm sorry my eyes look insane right now, but the cherry blossoms are me up right now. Will it look weird if I have my sunglasses on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. I make, depending on the year, anywhere between $250K. So I mean, like this year we might hit like $500,000.
That's amazing. What is that money from? Is it the shows? You're also on TikTok. Has that helped?
Social media doesn't give me that much money just because my content sometimes a little bit, it's like not monetizable. 75% of my income comes from touring. The rest comes from acting in commercials, TV shows. And I should say touring includes like colleges, clubs, private events, and corporate events. Yeah, how you doing, buddy? How you doing?
How much you make?
I just want to point out that while I am making a good living as a comedian and entertainer, the first 10 years of doing this, I made no money. And I worked retail for 10 years. So I just want to point, I consider like the good pay now like back wages.
Yeah.
And I should also say when you're an entertainer, a big portion of your income goes to your agents, your managers, if you have a lawyer, and then if you live in California, the taxes really kind of annihilate you. So if I gross, $500,000, I net about half of that.
You're killing it now. Where can people find you?
MorganJay.com. I just announced the fall tour. The tickets are going very quickly, so God bless social media for that. And hopefully DC does not ban TikTok.
I know.
Right?
Sorry.
And then you can see me on TikTok, Morgan J Official, and then Instagram is just at Morgan J. I appreciate you. I'm a fan of your work. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And I'm glad people know, like, it's good to know what people make.
What do you do for a living?
I used to be a lobster fisherman from up in Maine.
Oh, cool. How long did you do that?
About 35 years.
Wow. And do you remember how much you made when you started and then when you ended?
Well, I don't know if I should dare to say, but we made pretty good money.
Good money. Do you mind sharing a range, like 6 figures or?
1 year I made $275,000.
Wow, that's good. I bet you felt well compensated.
Well, you get a lot of bills and stuff.
Lots of bills.
Yeah.
And what are some of the hard parts of the job that people may not know about?
Rivalry and competition and jealousy.
Any career advice for those who are interested in doing what you did?
Well, good luck getting permits and licenses and everything you can nowadays.
It's hard.
Quite a challenge.
What do you do for a living?
I am a developer advocate and content creator.
Very cool. A developer advocate. What does that mean? I've never heard of it before.
So it's like a software engineer who helps other companies and people develop and implement their software. And then I also get that feedback and I take it back to my company like, hey, maybe they don't like this thing or they do like this thing.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been a software engineer for 3 years before I hopped over and became a developer advocate. I was in the Air Force before where there's no work-life balance. And now in this position, it's like the best thing possible.
How did you go from the Air Force to tech?
Yeah, so I was in the Air Force for not a coding job at all. I hated it. I was deployed and I was like, I gotta change my job. So I started teaching myself while I was deployed and then I documented that entire journey and got a job in an apprenticeship as a software engineer, kept developing my skills, and I realized I like talking about the development journey a lot more than actually creating code, so that's why I'm a developer advocate.
How much do you make in your role?
3 to 4 totally, yeah.
Ooh, okay. Which role makes more?
I would say my day job right now, but in a few years, definitely my content creation will probably beat it.
How are you monetizing your content creation?
Brand deals, sponsors, AdSense, affiliate marketing, course creation.
What advice would you share with others who are interested in doing what you do?
I would say it's free to start being a developer advocate. Like you need to be a developer advocate before you're an official one.
Okay.
So start telling people about what you're learning, what you're working on, what you're having troubles with, and that's basically the essence of an advocate.
What do you do for a living?
I do e-commerce and social media monetization.
Amazing. What's your channel called?
It's called Baddie in Business, but we also own Mika the Husky and Baddie Full.
Wonderful. How many subscribers do you have?
In total, I have over 15 million followers across all platforms, but my own personal brand has over 1 million on YouTube.
How long have you been in content, social media?
I've been doing the online side hustle since I was 16 years old, but I recently went full-time starting in 2020.
How much are you making?
So this year we made a little under 3 million.
Holy moly. Do you feel well compensated?
I do. I feel overly blessed.
Any advice for others who are interested in being in content, if you want to break down a little bit more of what your business is so people can understand it?
Yeah, find what you love to do or pick one niche and go all in and just stay consistent. Use the power of social media to your advantage because literally anybody can do it. I'm no special than anybody else. And I didn't even show my face in the beginning, so you don't even have to be good on camera or do anything special. It's never going to be overnight results, but just continue to stay consistent. Always switch things up until you find what works for you, and you're almost guaranteed to see success.